Alright guys, welcome to class. We're going to learn some about the states today. So starting off with California, it's the only state to have an official state mammal that is extinct in their state. And Mississippi has more people named Oliver per capita than any other state. And South Dakota is the lowest in sleep deprivation. Wyoming, they chronically lack escalation. Their stairs is the primary upregulators. The state of Wyoming has 2 escalators. Building codes say you must have a front door with the hinge swinging out if you live in South Florida. Every exterior door in all seasons must close from the outside for hurricane reasons. When ranking in terms of size and population, give Texas the red in both classifications, the only rank repeat among the whole nation. And turning to state border evaluation, Hawaii is exclusive. Now keep this in mind, as the only state border with 0 straight lines. The state of New York has achieved quite an antic. They touch the Great Lakes and they touch the Atlantic. That might be impressive, but you know what's better? Ohio's top 3 biggest cities' first letters are all the same. They start with the C. Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. They're exclusive with that. In case you're inclined to be taught about southern New Hampshire's coastline, it is not very long. In fact, it's quite low. It's the lowest of all the states on the coast. In Little Rock, Arkansas, it is illegal to honk your car horn after non-post meridium in the vicinity of all establishments offering sandwiches or selling drinks that are cold. Up in Montana, they have the most bookstores per capita, so they got books to administer. In Minnesota, they have the most miles of bike trails and a biker inhibitor. Georgia's the home of YKK Zippers, the world's #1 zipper distributor. Just so you know, the name stands for Yoshida Kogu Kabushiki Kasha in particular. Idaho has the most interstate dialect, while they're the testing ground for phone solicitors. Oregon has an unusual flag since the patterns on front and on back are not similar. 9,800 of our country's crayfish are from Louisiana, a massive contributor. Maine's kinda lonely, the only state having exactly 1 other state on its perimeter. South Carolina, they used to be home to the world's most efficient and sized police station. Illinois has the U.S.'s 1 postal facility featuring car penetration. Michigan's natural disasters are incident silent. Little earth devastation, and coffee milk is the official state drink of Rhode Island. That's some fervent hydration. More shrimp is consumed in the state of Nevada per day than the rest of the country combined. Washington's home to the world's largest building by volume, where Boeing airplanes are streamlined. Yeah, Alabama is first to be mentioned when all the states have been alphabetized, and Virginia possesses the highest percentage of license plates that are personalized. So they got their share of customization freaks, and Kansas has 27 different Walnut Creeks. Delaware, the least counties of any state. Pennsylvania, first URL license plate. North Dakota, the best unemployment rate. Maryland thinks that walking is pretty great. That's their official state exercise. First of its kind, they're the first to officialize state exercise. Can be deceptive because sometimes small guys can be impressive with veggie supply. Just like New Jersey, the state that produces eggplants in a hurry. I'm saying they grow 2/3 of the eggplants to get it dwell on the earth. You get it, New Jersey has vegetable worth. Moving from the veggie thing, I stay with it too long. It's embarrassing. Tennessee, some weird speed limitations are guaranteed. Lots of law violations with 19 and 31 miles per hour. Those limits are weird, but cops stay in power. Most miles of rivers, give that to Nebraska. The male rate is highest of all in Alaska, with more males per female than all of their states. They got females of 100 and males of 108. Colorado, the only Olympics rejection. They had reasons to dodge the attention. KY's American public performance of his symphony had none before it. Having interstate highway importance. Indiana's road length is enormous for their size because it's about proportion. They've most interstate road length of portion. Vermont has the only McDonald's-free capital. Look at Montpelier's size, it's not practical. Cities without a McDonald's are magical. Live somewhere else if you're Big Mac fanatical. If you don't know why, it's the Badger State. From Wisconsin, guys, it originates. Shelters mine is dug, look like badger holes. Utah can flex with a 3-word state capital. That stuff is sweet, but let's move to inventions, and lots of these have to do with confections. The Fig Newton's birthplace is in Massachusetts. Fig Shrewsbury almost, but they didn't choose it. The name could be different, but with their decision, I call them Fig Shrewsbury Newton edition. You know what the first shopping cart was invented? Within Oklahoma, they've been represented. The can opener. Born in Connecticut, pancake flour. That's a huge benefit we devour. Thanks to Missouri, it wouldn't exist without them, but don't worry, cause that ready mix does exist. Rising package goodness. Don't know about you, but I'm grateful for this. Don't mind my demeanor, but I haven't mentioned where your vacuum cleaner originated. It was invented in Connecticut. They've already been mentioned, but we went with it. Here come our inventions, but they're good enough to deserve your attention. Krispy Kreme, Pepsi, and my olive pickles are North Carolinian for some examples, and pepperoni rolls are West Virginian. So when you eat one, just make the decision to give them credit inside of your head, and to Iowa if you like your sliced bread, because that's where the automatic bread slicer was thought up and made, and there is nothing much nicer than that. And Arizona holds the world's largest privately owned ostrich ranch outside of the country of South Africa. And New Mexico has the most doctors of philosophy per capita, also known as PhDs. So thank you for joining us in class today. There will be a quiz with the start of class tomorrow.